Don't feed Nocturne. Nocturne is a high physical damage assassin with limited crowd control. Nocturne's passive is Umbra Blades. After 10 seconds, Nocturne's normal attack will deal 120% damage to all surrounding enemies and heal him for a small amount per enemy struck. The 10-second timer is reduced by 1 second for every normal attack he deals. This ability provides excellent burst damage. Because of the reduced cooldown per normal attack, it becomes dramatically better with higher attack speed. Umbra Blades also make Nocturne an excellent jungler, both due to the healing and the AoE damage. Nocturne's Duskbringer creates a trail in a line, damaging enemies hit. While on this trail, Nocturne has increased movement speed and attack damage and can pass freely through units. Additionally, any champions hit by the initial cast will continue to create a trail of their own for several seconds when moving. If Nocturne can hit an enemy champion with Duskbringer, it becomes very difficult for them to get away without using crowd control or some sort of flash ability, since Nocturne can follow the trail they leave behind with major movement speed increase, and won't be affected by any minions in the path. The additional attack damage Nocturne gains while standing on the Duskbringer trail is substantial. Even without the speed bonus, Duskbringer is great to use for the additional damage when staying in a small area. This is true both when fighting champions and when taking out targets such as towers, dragon, or baron. Duskbringer has a big impact on Nocturne's jungling potential. Because of the area damage of the ability, in addition to his increased attack damage and his Umbra Blades, Duskbringer is usually ideal to pull a jungle pack with, and will often be the first point a jungling Nocturne should pick up. Nocturne's Shroud of Darkness passively increases his attack speed. Additionally, it can be activated to provide a 2-second spell shield that will block a single incoming spell. If the spell shield is consumed by an enemy spell, Nocturne temporarily gains twice the attack speed provided by the passive effect. Shroud of Darkness gains the most passive attack speed with the first point spent. For this reason, 1 point invested early can be a good idea, especially for a jungling Nocturne. Nocturne's Unspeakable Horror deals magic damage to a target for 2 seconds before briefly fearing the target. This ability is broken if his target gets out of range. Unspeakable Horror is extremely dangerous because it buys time for Nocturne to continue attacking his target, but also makes it extremely easy for him to land Duskbringer if he hasn't used it yet. If targeted by Unspeakable Horror, do everything you can to get out of range of him. If you have any kind of slow or crowd control, use it to get more distance. If you can flash or have another blink-like ability, use it. Simply breaking vision, such as running in a bush, will not break the effect. Because of the counters, Nocturne may choose to wait until a player has used flash or another ability before entering in a fight to make sure he can get Unspeakable Horror off. Unspeakable Horror is a good escape mechanism for Nocturne. If he is being chased by a fast champion, popping Unspeakable Horror on them will force them to either take the fear or back off. In the jungle, Unspeakable Horror can be used to temporarily damage and crowd control targets such as Blue Golem, Red Lizard, or the Large Wraith. Nocturne's Paranoia temporarily removes allied vision from all enemy champions, causing their vision to be strictly limited to what they can see nearby. This also reduces their own vision radius substantially. During the effect, Nocturne can activate Paranoia again to charge across a long distance towards a single enemy champion that he can see, damaging them and putting him in melee range of them. Paranoia is extremely effective at killing players who are alone, overextended, or fleeing at low health. If Paranoia has not been used recently and you cannot account for Nocturne, you should assume that he will be ready to engage you immediately if you make a mistake. A 2v2 lane fight in your favor can instantly become a 3v2 without warning. Paranoia is also good to cast immediately after someone has used their escapes to get away from Nocturne or to break Unspeakable Horror, as this immediately puts him back in range. At the first rank, Paranoia has a relatively limited range, and some well-placed wards can prevent him from getting in range without being seen. However, you should also watch out for the jungle pocket near each Blue Golem pack, as he can punish anyone overextending if they come past a river. Later ranks of Paranoia have a much larger range. Paranoia does not need to be followed up by a charge. In some situations, Nocturne's team may benefit from casting Paranoia even if Nocturne is not in range to charge. For instance, Paranoia can allow for easily killing a tower without warning, or getting players to back off a tower they're attacking because they're nervous about Nocturne or his team attacking during Paranoia. The key to countering Nocturne is not presenting easy targets to him. If you are in danger of paranoia, stay near a tower or stay with higher health teammates until they go to a safe spot, or make sure you're out of the enemy team's vision. If paranoia is cast and a teammate is at low health, go towards them under the assumption they will be targeted. If you're at low health, alone, or are otherwise in danger of being killed by Nocturne, immediately back toward the tower or teammates. If Nocturne is a serious threat, the best single counter to him is to stay grouped up as a team through the mid and late game, anytime he's alive and paranoia hasn't been cast for a while. While he excels at assassinating players, he leaves himself very vulnerable if he charges into a group of players. Focusing Nocturne down the moment he enters a fight is a quick way of eliminating his threat to a team. Like many melee champions, chain crowd controls can easily lock him down. Don't use blinks or flashes during paranoia. Wait until he is in range of you, and ideally until he has cast Unspeakable Horror, then move away. In large team fights, especially in mid and late game, Nocturne may wait until people are fleeing before paranoia. Keep this in mind if you're attempting to flee in a fight. Thanks for watching this Don't Feed. If you want to be alerted to every video I release, subscribe to my channel.